Hello there, young student. Welcome to the library. Can I help you find any book or card in particular?
You tell Mr. Argleston about the trade agreement Balder is trying to set up.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I would be happy to trade treasure cards with Grizzleheim. I wonder if we can set up a library exchange program.
Welcome to my shop, young wizard. Can I interest you in some furniture for your dorm room?
You tell Mr. Quickhammer about the flying boat with the trader from Grizzleheim.
That's great. I offer a selection of furnishings from across the spiral. Adding imports from Grizzleheim will certainly be good for my business.
Did you get agreement from the three merchants? Good! You have brought two worlds closer together. You have my thanks. I would like to reward you for your help getting your merchants to agree to trade with my world. Would you like to take a quick trip with me to visit Grizzleheim, my home? It will not take long now that I know the way. You can greet some tradesmen from Grizzleheim and see if they will trade with Wizard City. In Grizzleheim, speak to Thrain Stormfriend, Vider Silverthread, and Dane Goldright. Let them know I sent you with word of new trade partners.
You look like you could use a new rune-carved ring. I have just the one in stock.
Before he tries to sell you something, you explain about the trade agreement.
That sounds like a great idea. Sign me up. You should head back to tell Balder that we're willing to trade.
You there. Can I interest you in a new robe? This is a cold land, and you should try to stay warm. What size are you?
You explain that you're not robe shopping. You're here to set up trade with Wizard City.
Trade with Wizard City? I can certainly do that. I will have to get some smaller sizes in stock, though.
Welcome, young outsider. Where are you from, and what can I do for you?
You explain that you're from Wizard City, and that you're here to set up trade with Grizzleheim.
Sounds good to me. I'll trade with anyone with gold in their pocket.
They are in agreement, then. Good news! We have done well this day. Ready yourself. I will take you home now. It was a pleasure working together. You may be unable to return to Grizzleheim right away, but when you do return, your visit will be marked by kind words and open hearts.
You must be at least 20th level to return to Grizzleheim.
Greetings, young wizard. So, you're interested in learning about crafting? Wonderful. Let's get started with your first lesson. The first rule is to have a clean, well-lit place to work. For that, you'll need a basic crafting table. I'm happy to make you one if you can gather the supplies. We'll need some mistwood. You can find mistwood growing all over Wizard City. Bring the mistwood back to me, and we'll soon have you a nice new place to work. The fog and the filthy air.
To be or not to? Line? Brevity is the soul of wit.
Fair is foul and foul is fair. Cover through the fog and the filthy air.
Ah, your pet found them all! Well done indeed! You never know what you might find if you keep your eyes open, and your pet's eyes too!
Hello? No? Ah, well, let me tell you, fishing... Hello, wizard? I'm Lucky Hookline, famous fisher and Pisces collector. You might have heard about the 60-inch whopper I caught. No? Well, let me tell you, fishing is a terrific hobby, and you won't find a more relaxing pastime, If you like, I can teach you how to cast for fish. Magically, of course. Then you can catch your own whoppers. First off, you gotta be in an area of the spiral populated with fish. You'll know you are when the fishing icon appears. Clicking the fishing icon button displays your fishing spells. Fishing is a magical activity in the spiral, you know. Your fishing spells consist of fish catching spells and fishing utility spells. Click on a fish catching spell to cast a magical lure. You want it to land in front of a fish so they notice it. If you don't like where your lure lands, click the cancel spell button to quickly recast the spell. When the magical lure flashes, that means a fish has noticed it and is coming closer to take a nibble. As it nibbles, the lure will rise and fall a bit. The trick is to wait until the lure completely sinks below the water. Then you reel him in. Timing is crucial, so be sure to hit the spacebar quickly to invoke the fish catching spell properly. And so are your spells. Every fish has a magical school type, and fish are more attracted to lures from their same school. When you use a lure correctly, your magic will snare the fish and float it back to you, alright? You'll see the name and size of every fish you catch. Small fries are the tiniest ones, while whoppers are the biggest. Fish are stored in your fish basket. The Angler's Tome has a record of all the fish you ever caught. Click on it to open it. The Angler's Tome will tell you how many of each type you've caught, along with the smallest and largest sizes. Another important tip to know is that every fish you come across responds only to your presence, no matter what. So don't worry about competition, or that other wizards will scare away the fish. You're the only one who can do that. Now that I've explained the basics of our magical fishing, let me give you the Lesser Frost Lure. It's a good basic lure spell. Go to the water behind old Zeke over there and use the Lesser Frost Lure to catch a frost decoy and an ice cuda.
Oh, good. Professor Drake sent me another assistant. Hurry, this way. We can talk safely over here.
Hey there, wizard! I see you've been helping out. Mighty grateful we are. Emerson and I have to stay around here to protect Nolan. Yes. But, don't tell the boy I said that. Anyway, it means I haven't been able to go visit the armorer Rand Tamor to get my uniform patched up. If you see him out in the street, mind asking him to lend me a hand? Thanks.
I don't care for these trolls. They keep making horribly mean, often inscrutable and poorly structured comments to strangers. For no reason, just to pick fights. They're making the whole community of Cyclops Lane really angry and toxic. Can you go teach these trolls some proper community etiquette?
There. Much better. Hopefully you're more useful than my other assistants. Lazy layabouts just run off. My fellow students and I came to confirm the successful thwarting of the Cyclops Rebellion. But there's a problem. The thwarting was unsuccessful, which should be impossible. Professor Drake handled this problem as any conjurer would. He summoned trolls and minotaurs to deal with it for him. But these lumbering trolls and minotaur warhorns don't seem to be working. They're just wandering around in circles. We could report that to Professor Drake, but I see a spark of ambition in you. Let's knock the sense back into these beasts ourselves, yes? That will certainly earn us some extra credit. You go battle trolls and I'll handle the warhorns.
Sweeney needs new armor again? You know those guard suits are designed to last 100 years. Somehow, that guy goes through them every month. First time, okay. He jumped down a dragon's throat to rescue a student. Understandably causes some wear and tear. But the 8th or 9th time? Let's see if we can't make him something a little sturdier. I hear the armor of the skeletal warrior sealed in the dark cave is enchanted. And the suit coats of the rotting fodder are also pretty special. Defeat the skeletal warriors and rotting fodder, and bring back what you find.
Troll, stop saying mean truths.
Oi! One of the trolls came up to me and apologised for being so mean and saying me spear looks like a cheap fireplace poker. Hopefully, the trolls will be back under Professor Drake's control soon. In the meantime, though, at least they're being civilised.
What? The trolls summoned to defeat the Cyclopses have joined up with them and captured my student assistants? What did you do? Never mind, never mind. This is no time for recriminations. That will come later. Now we must figure out how this happened. Myth minions cannot just turn on their masters. It's against their code of honor, or laws of physics, or whatever. There's something strange afoot. I think our best course of action is to tell a grown-up. Report the situation to Professor Drake, while I remain and bravely hold the line. Make sure to mention that I'm still here, bravely holding the line while the other students are busy talking and getting captured.
You can get to Ravenwood and back quickly by pressing the mark button to set your... Use the Return to Commons button to get back to the Commons, and then head to Ravenwood.
Yes, trouble on Cyclops Lane, something students. Oh, you're one of those fast talkers, aren't you? Lovely. Let me save you the trouble of breathlessly barking and dancing about like a dog reporting a mishap in a well. I already know everything. And I need you, yes you, to help me save Cyclops Lane. Are you up to it? Splendid. Then quickly, go to Victor Darkwood in the shopping district. He will give you an item of great importance. Bring it back to me.
Welcome to Darkwood's Apparel Barrel, where shopping for apparel's more fun than Monkistons in a barrel. Professor Drake sent you, eh? Which one? The mean one or the evil one? Cyrus? Aye, he's the mean one. The old Death Professor Malastair, oi, that's his brother. Always wear a grumpy pair. Can't say I mind there being one less around these days. Anyway, here's the old Grump's package. All his laundry clean, pressed, and folded correctly. No matter what he says.
Well, that certainly took you long enough. No doubt Victor folded my robes improperly as well. Why do you continue raving about Cyclops Lane? The situation is well in hand. I sent an army of trolls to ensure as much. The trolls are revolting, you say? Yes, that is a problem, and it must be dealt with harshly. Take this note to Headmaster Ambrose at once.
Music is the language of life, young wizard. When we sing, our songs can take form. And with each new song, a spirit is born. Imps, pixies, sprites, the fairy spirits are the essence of music. When you are ready to begin, speak with the tree outside of my school. Her name is Blossom.
The music of life surrounds us. Do you hear the wind in my branches? The laughter of my songbirds? Take one of my branches. We shall make your first instrument.
You take a branch from Blossom and watch as it turns into a beautiful cherry wood flute.
Now, go to the top of the Rainbow Bridge in the Commons, near the waterfall. Go there and play your flute.
You play a few notes on your cherry wood flute.
Greetings, little one. I am Lady Oriel, Princess of the Seraphs. We are the guardians of life. We protect the song of the universe and seek out those who will help us keep our world alive.
Lady Oriel teaches you the song of the unicorn.
Use the song wisely, young life mage. We will meet again.
I will not expel you. I realize Professor Drake takes particular umbrage at the trolls are revolting joke, but this is simply too far. You mean to say the trolls he sent to Cyclops Lane are revolting in the combative sense? Oh dear, he must remedy this at once. Don't worry, young wizard. Professor Drake may seem callous, but he is not his brother. Impress upon him the severity of the issue, and he will help.
You're still here? The trolls are rebelling, Captured some students, you say? Nolan behaving bravely? I don't believe you. Although, thinking about it, Wizard City is old and holds many ghosts with strange powers not commonly practiced today. It's not impossible such a spirit may have a way to enthrall my minions, though General Achilles would have neither means nor motive to summon one. What's that? Yes, Malastair Wood. I heard you met him. Well, he and Achilles are old comrades. Who knows what dark powers he gave the Cyclops? All I can do is guide you. Whatever my brother summoned to disrupt my magic will be with Achilles. Find it, destroy it, and save the students. Also, make sure young Master Stormgate doesn't get swallowed by his own humongo frog again.
If you marked your location, click the recall button to return to your mark.
Professor Drake said to tell me not to get eaten. I knew deep down he really cared, and he's trusted me to save Cyclops Lane. So then, if the students were kidnapped by trolls and the trolls work for the Cyclopsi, then a Cyclops should know where the students are. Therefore, my first order of business is to have you go fight Cyclopsicles until one tells you where the students are.
Are in the dark cave. We had the trolls deliver them. Because there's nightmares in there. No sane Cyclops can endure.
You have to get us out of here! Those zombie creatures have the talisman to dispel these bubbles. Get it from them, please!
Fine. Take the talisman. Free the miscreants. But you will all be chow for the Great One, whose gaze enthralls and whose teeth destroy.
I thought for sure the spirits here were going to possess us and make us dance to catchy, upbeat music. It's my worst fear. I don't know what happened. The trolls just grabbed us and sealed us in bubbles to become vessels for the Great One, whatever that means. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd very much like to flee in terror.
You rock! Did you see all these gnarly ghosts? Oh, yeah. Osiris said they were sealed in this cave by his bro back in the day. Something with power over the dead broke him out, though. Oh, I bet it was Malorn. Dude's always been jealous of my raw cool. Oh, you think Malister did it? Didn't he blow up with a death school or something? Yeah, whatever. Going out to get some rays.
At last! Let me guess, Nolan sent you to do his work for him? That is such a myth wizard thing to do. Or maybe it's just him. I'll get everyone to safety. Find us back by Nolan and we can discuss next steps. Everyone safe? Good. Now we need to finish the job the trolls and Warhorn started. We need to defeat General Achilles. I don't know what dark influence Achilles found in this cave or how it lets him disrupt control of Professor Drake's minions, but it doesn't matter.
I feel like it matters a little bit. We'll never get to Achilles' tower with those Warhorns on his side.
No, we definitely won't. Our spellbooks are gone and they are not entry-level monsters. But our new friend here can do it.
Oh, that's an excellent idea I just had. Wizard, go fight Warhorns until they surrender. I'll stay here and protect the others.
Thanks. Hey, another problem with Warhorns. One of them stole something from me when we were captured, something very difficult to replace. My maze book. Minotaurs guard labyrinths, you see, so they said they can't let me finish those mazes. So if you happen to be fighting them anyway, could you get it back for me? Thanks.
General Achilles ain't the only Cyclops to go rogue. Notorious criminal Ius Maximus is lurking on this street as well. Stole the legendary Thunderhammer, he did. Not that legendary Thunderhammer. I mean the sculpture made by famous artist Pablo C. Thunder. It's worth more than I make in a decade, and that lanky lamebrain is probably using it to drive nails. He's likely just back in his old hideout down the street. Mind taking a look for me? If he's there, I'll get some guards to back you up.
you.